GTRT here, Geeks of the Round Table. My name is Rafael Antonio Torres Cortez, but everybody calls me Reggie.
And my name is Gino Rivas Rosas. Everybody calls me Gino.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment. We have a very exciting episode for you today, so stay tuned for all geeky content and tell your geeky friends of our channel.
And make sure you stick around for a great episode. Today we're going to be delving a little into the Mortal Kombat movie that is coming very soon. And it seems it's going to be awesome because they are doing like a retaking of the first one.
Yeah, the first one wasn't bad.
No,
the first one wasn't bad. Annihilation was really bad.
Yeah?
Annihilation was really bad. Annihilation is the first time I ever seen a movie that when it started, people started clapping. And then by maybe about the 30, 40 minute mark, people started leaving. I remember I watched it in an old theater, man. I was like, I can't remember. I think it was on Bloor.
Oh, wow.
And it was packed. It was just packed. A whole bunch of kids. It started, everybody's like, amazing. Annihilation. And then they killed Johnny Cage at the beginning, and people were like, what the hell happened? And then Highlander was Raiden, and it was just like, forget it. They cut his hair.
Yeah. But the thing is, sometimes they bring all this, like, okay, they just bring the characters and whatever, but they don't know what they are all about, you know? And the difference with this new movie is that they seem to have been checking all the video games, the lore that comes with it. I'm an old school gamer, so I still remember the first 3 to 4 Mortal Kombat.
What's so complicated about Mortal Kombat, man?
It shouldn't be complicated.
It's so ridiculous.
But
Jean-Claude Van Damme makes Bloodsport in the 80s. Which is basically almost the same movie.
Basically,
it's almost like Street Fighter, kind of like Mortal Kombat styles. And then they come out with the first one. Well, first one was great. It was really, really good. But then the second one, I was like, what the hell were they thinking?
I'll say this: like, there's different shows especially anime shows, that have their tournament arc. No, Dragon Ball, whatever. For me, the best arc is Yu Yu Hakusho. If they can do a tournament arc in this Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat is a tournament already, like Yu Yu Hakusho, in which the characters are growing while fighting the game. No, they're growing as people, as persons, discovering something new of themselves, discovering something new of their friends, while doing the tournament. If they can manage to write it that way, then it's gonna be awesome because. That's one, and two, obviously, the fight scenes, man. Just please, fight scenes, make it hardcore. Make it hard. You have to.
The trailer looks good. Listen,
there's fatality. I think I saw Reptile there, man. I think Kano was doing the heart, putting the heart in. You go, what? Is that a fatality? It's not a fatality. I'm thinking about. I'm tripping. Now I'm gonna watch it. If you do that, then
the best thing is that they did pull off the Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero as a cryomancer.
Yeah. but they're using the real lore, the real story, and now they're bringing it back. And there's a second story, and that's the story they're using the Scorpion.
I think they're gonna use Sub-Zero. So like the Cole story, which Cole's gonna be basically how we're relatable. We're gonna be related to that character, so that way you can go in the adventure of Mortal Kombat.
I was saying that to a
I don't know if he's gonna live or die, but who knows?
I was saying that to a friend too, that he was saying, but why this guy?
That's why.
And I'm saying, because then you won't relate to anybody. This guy is super powerful, he got 2 arms of metal, this is a demon. How are you going to relate to anybody of them? No, so they bring a human guy, that's the human, like us.
No, basically it's like a chosen one. Like
we could, if we make ourselves hardcore enough, we could make it eventually. Through this human guy, that's how you get into the movie.
He's an MMA guy.
So the guy can fight, and I've seen him act. He's a good actor. I've seen him act. He was in.
What other movies did he do?
No, I've seen him in the Good Warriors, the Netflix series, which is amazing. You should catch it. It's really good. It's just one season, but you should catch it. And he was also in Iron Fist. I didn't like so much, but the fight scenes were awesome, and he was the drunken master. He was waiting at the door. He was like and the fight scenes there were amazing. The guy was good. So. Now, we'll see if he can act. No, and also I want to see the writing. The trailers are cool, and I'm totally on that for them. I'm totally awesome. So they're respecting the lore. The writing seems to be okay. Yeah. They're respecting the characters. They're respecting the video games. They even do. They're doing the fatalities. I heard an over here, man, from there, like,
oh, come over
here. Super. Okay, I'm down. This
yeah, they did a really good job with the trailers. I just hope they don't spoil the movie with the trailers.
I'm gonna say something. Like, I think some studios, especially the smaller ones, let's say Child or Lionsgate, or smaller studios like that, they're learning to listen to the fans because they are a company still trying to make money. Bigger companies, sometimes they make money already on advertising or this or that, so they don't care about the fans. They don't listen.
We're gonna have to check who owns that because remember, like 10 studios own everything. So like,
we'll see. But you
gotta see who's the higher up on that company.
Whoever
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just want to get a great movie. Like I want to get a great movie.
But that's what I'm saying. Whoever is doing this knows two things: listening to the fans brings money and brings more fans.
I think they used Ed Boon and like Tobias to actually do the like.
What boys?
They assisted like on the process of making the movie. As consultants. Oh, I'm pretty sure I read that someplace. Like they actually did that because they're doing it for the video game. Because Midway did go bankrupt. The actual games went bankrupt, and then now they switched them to a studio. It's called NetherRealm.
Okay.
So that's the side of the games. Then they rebooted the whole continuity and they redid everything. Like, I think what happened was that they started with the games making them 3D.
Okay.
And because of Virtual Fighter, and then there was like Killer Instincts and all these different 3D games.
But that's the one that survived, no?
And that's the one that survived. But then they went back to the 3-dimensional side scroll kind of style.
Okay.
So it is 3-dimensional in some settings, but then in some other, like in certain scenes, it's still the game in itself is side scroll.
Okay.
It does like this, right?
Yeah.
It's like Street Fighter is the same. Street Fighter I don't really like it, as Virtual Fighter, Soul Calibur kind of style. I like it just the way that it is, like one screen and then going like that. Yeah, because at the end you can't, I don't know. I think it's a different, like Virtual Fighter, they did it so that way you could actually like fight properly. With technique and
so I think that's why this movie is going to bring more games, probably a second movie, and maybe a trilogy. If they do a
hopefully, if they do,
I know for sure make more video games, and a second movie has to come because a lot of excitement is there's around for this movie. A lot of people that are. Between the new fans from these latest games with Rambo and
they add the characters
Robocop, they have everybody. But they also have the old school gamers like me that just play just the first 2-3 games. They still like the lore, they still like the characters, so we are still gonna watch the movie.
Yeah.
We may not play the latest games as much as you or some other friends, but we still like those movies. Now I'm still looking at the 90s, like I was playing in an arcade, and we call it in my country, in Peru, we call it pinball, but we used to play in the arcades, just playing there. And I still can play those first 2-3 games because if I play the 11 now, they kill me in 2 seconds. Right?
Listen, I used to get my allowance from my mom, and then I walked a lot home because I used to spend all my money at the arcade, playing Street Fighter, playing Samurai Showdown, playing Mortal Kombat 2, like.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you this.
And I remember the controversy that came out when this game.
Oh
was,
yeah, of course.
Nintendo had the non-blood one.
Yeah.
And then Sega had the blood, and then you had to put a code in for the Nintendo.
I think in the
US
it went to the Senate for violent video games and all that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Mortal Kombat was the game that led to the actual rating system. The same way that the parental advisory sticker came up, and then they put that into music.
Cop Killer.
Yeah, and they had Cop Killer and all these, and then Dee Snider went in there and like annihilated them in the Senate, in the hearing. Yeah. But yeah, they basically they're gonna go back to the roots in the movie. Yeah. I think they're gonna go back to the roots and just be able to actually have
They know
I think it's rated R, but at the same time not crazy, because now if you watch the video games, the new ones,
Yeah,
those are hardcore fatalities.
But it's not. It's
no, man. Like I'm telling you, you gotta watch this stuff.
After so
It's
many
crazy.
years, you watch it
Like they have techniques where they punch the guy in the face and then the
you see the
caved in
you
face
see the
crack thing, 3-dimensional X-ray thing.
Yeah,
it's crazy when they throw fatalities.
That's good.
It's not like before, because I remember when we used to when you used to play Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, there were some fatalities where you would hit the guy and he would blow up. Or they had like bombs or something, so, and then all these different parts would fly, like it was like the rain.
No,
like 5 feet, different arms. Now they rip one arm, they throw it there. There's guts.
Okay,
they rip your freaking spine out. The heads like they're like going like this. It's crazy.
The movie is gonna have fatalities. I don't think it's gonna be like super crazy. They have to.
I don't think like crazy fatalities, but
yeah.
They can't go that crazy.
No,
they can't go that crazy. There's no way. There's no way, man.
It's not that really that hard when you're like so accustomed through the years with the games to see this. Then if you see in the movie, it's not gonna be like. In fact, it's gonna be it's gonna be more expected.
I have a question. Okay, so we'll take Kano because they showed Kano doing the heart fatality. You think they're gonna show the heart?
Well, in the trailer, I think the guys putting in the hand,
like beating, like in the heart.
So.
You think so?
Of course, man.
Really?
Yeah. It is Mortal Kombat.
I'm with you.
And according to me watching this trailer, I think they are going for broke. Like they're going like, once again, I'm not saying that you're gonna be like just blood for blood, just violence to be violent. Yeah. No, there's gotta be a reason for it. Not like, okay, this thing is happening or whatever. And if you already saw it in the video games, you're gonna be like, oh, that's what Kano does. That's what this guy does. That's what this guy does. It's a little bit expected. Now, if you do it that way, it should be okay. It's not gonna be like a cheap blood and cheap things just for
like Hostel.
No. It's not gonna be just for
it's not gonna be saw. It's not gonna be saw. It's not gonna be saw.
Or something like this, just to get reaction from people. But instead, you want to see the story. And get the reaction from the story and get the blood in there too, because you see it in the video games. No, I want to see it. Like I want to see it. You better give it to me, man. But
I think if they would have gotten Eli Roth to actually direct it, then we would have had like some crazy fatalities. But we're not gonna get like an N17.
Eli Roth has, I don't know, somebody from Hong Kong, Jong-Woo, or somebody who does action. No, like I want somebody who does action and then somebody who does blood. No, like, but you go to Hong Kong and pick up like a great director from there, Ringo Lam, I don't know, anybody, like, and the guy's like, oh, action. They know how to do action, man. So I think this time they brought good.
They brought their A game.
And choreographers, no? Hong Kong choreographers. Like, those guys know how to make... and I think in some of the TV series in Netflix, especially the ones produced in Asia with Netflix, they're doing that. And they bring in the choreographers from some of those shows to, for example, Wu Warriors.
Badlands, if you haven't watched Badlands.
Into the Badlands.
Into the Badlands has that.
That's one of another... You can see in the action scenes that is Hong Kong totally. It's wires mixed with everything.
Like,
you know it's Hong Kong.
Wushu style.
If you do that thing here, if you bring a Hong Kong guy here in this movie, this thing is gonna take it over.
I hope so, man. Because honestly, because the reason why I ask you about the whole heart thing is that when you watch the trailer and then Sub-Zero pulls Jax's arms off.
Yeah.
Right.
That's hardcore.
Like that's hardcore, but they didn't it wasn't like I was trying to read up on it and I was like, oh, they rip your arm off, then like this artery would like start freaking gushing out and basically you pass out in like 30 seconds. But then because he's frozen, I guess that kind of canceled that out, right?
See, there
canceled it out, like cauterizes the wound and then the guy doesn't die. So they kind
of like do a new story how he gets and it works into the story.
They retconned like a whole bunch of times like the different reasons why he got it. So they have different stories like that, but we'll see.
I think in this one they have retconned some stories to work it into this story, so everything makes more sense. And like the arms, no?
Listen, the best thing is that they got really good actors. Every single one of the actors is true to the character.
They're respecting the fans.
They're respecting the ethnicity of the actual places where these people come from. So you're not gonna get some crazy actor like.
They're respecting the lore.
Yeah, they're respecting the lore. So
that's what I care more: the lore, the fans, the writing, the director.
Yeah.
The action seems to be awesome. So you know what? I'm expecting a lot of good things of this one, and I don't think I'm gonna be disappointed.
We're full of positivity for Mortal Kombat right now, so we'll hopefully see if it's good.
Yeah. So that's about all for today's episode of the Geeks of the Roundtable show. Don't forget to like and share, because that helps a lot. And of course, subscribe for more awesomeness. And see you next time, homeboys and homegirls. And remember, stay hip to the geek.